It was the night of November 13, 1974. Inside a quiet Dutch colonial house at 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York, 6 members of the DeFeo family lay sleeping. They would never wake up. Ronald "Butch" DeFeo Jr., just 23 years old, moved silently through the house with a .35 caliber Marlin rifle. One by one, he entered the bedrooms. First, his parents, Ronald and Louise, shot while asleep in their bed. Then his 2 younger brothers, and finally his 2 sisters. The shots rang out in the dead of night, but curiously, no neighbors reported hearing gunfire, and none of the family members appeared to have awakened before they were killed. All 6 were found lying face down in their beds. The next day, DeFeo ran into a local bar, claiming his family had been shot. He pretended to be shocked and grieving, but his story quickly fell apart under police questioning. After hours of interrogation, he confessed. Once arrested, DeFeo claimed he heard voices in the house that told him to kill. He said the house itself was whispering to him, controlling him. Was it insanity? Drugs? Or something darker? The murders sent a shockwave through the community. But the real horror of 112 Ocean Avenue was just beginning. 13 months after the murders, the house sat quietly, untouched by time, like it was frozen in grief. Then, in December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz moved in with their 3 children. They knew about the murders but were drawn to the beautiful, spacious house, and the low price tag. From the outside, it was a dream home. Elegant architecture. A backyard that stretched to a canal. A boathouse. A fireplace. Everything a young family could want. But from the first night, strange things began to happen. George woke up at 3:15 a.m. every night, the exact time of the murders. He heard knocking at the walls, doors slamming on their own, cold spots in rooms with no draft. The family dog growled at empty corners. Black stains oozed from keyholes and vents. The children's behavior changed. Their daughter, Missy, began speaking to a pig-like creature she named Jody, a red-eyed beast that stared at her through the windows. The Lutzes called a priest, Father Mancuso, to bless the house. But as he began the blessing, he heard a powerful voice command, "Get out." He fell ill immediately and warned the family never to enter one particular upstairs room again. But it was too late. The presence in the house grew stronger each day. George became obsessed with the fireplace, constantly chopping wood, claiming he could never get warm. Kathy began having violent nightmares and felt invisible hands grabbing her. At one point, she levitated from her bed while sleeping. The walls began to bleed. Doors were ripped off their hinges. Invisible footsteps echoed through the halls. After just 28 days, the Lutz family fled the house in the middle of the night, leaving everything behind. They never went back. After the Lutz family's terrifying departure, the story of the Amityville horror exploded in the media. Paranormal investigators, skeptics, and journalists descended upon the property. One of the most famous investigations was led by Ed and Lorraine Warren, noted demonologists who would later inspire the Conjuring universe. Lorraine Warren claimed she felt a powerful evil in the house. She said it was not just haunted, it was possessed. She reported visions of dark figures, a demonic presence in the basement, and a force unlike anything she had encountered before. Photos taken inside the house during their investigation showed strange anomalies, including the infamous image of a ghostly boy peering from a bedroom doorway, said to be one of the murdered DeFeo children. But as the legend grew, so did the skepticism. Some researchers pointed to inconsistencies in the Lutz's story. Critics accused them of fabricating the tale for profit, especially after the release of Jay Anson's 1977 book The Amityville Horror, which became a bestseller and was quickly adapted into a hit film. The Lutzes took lie detector tests and passed, but many believed they had collaborated with writers and lawyers to exaggerate or even invent the haunting. Ronald DeFeo Jr. later changed his story multiple times in prison. He claimed at various points that his sister helped him with the murders, that a demonic force possessed him, and at other times, that he acted entirely alone. His ever-shifting narrative only deepened the mystery. Was the Amityville horror real? Or the most successful ghost story hoax of the century? The house at 112 Ocean Avenue changed hands many times over the years. Later owners reported no paranormal activity, though they were often harassed by curious tourists and thrill-seekers who trespassed for a glimpse of the infamous home. The exterior was remodeled to make it less recognizable, but the legend never faded. The Amityville horror spawned dozens of films, documentaries, sequels, and books. Some took liberties with the original story, weaving in fictional elements like portals to hell, demonic possessions, and ghostly attacks. Others stuck close to the Lutz's account. The debate rages on to this day. Was the house truly haunted? Did a curse linger from the horrific murders of the DeFeo family? Or was it all a blend of fear, trauma, and myth-making? Whatever the truth, The story of Amityville endures, not just as a chilling tale of horror, but as a cultural phenomenon. A house that may or may not be haunted, but whose name will forever be associated with the question that chills the blood. What if the evil never left?